was. It looked like it was I don't know what it was. It was a flying saucer or what it was. It wasn't an airplane. It was not an airplane. It was down awfully low.
You're listening to Pursuit of the Paranormal podcast with your hosts, Ash Ellis and Greg Tomlinson.
Hey Ash, how are you doing?
Very well, very well. How are you, Greg?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm very excited, very nervous. But we've had a good week. And yeah, we had a good conversation last week with Andy McGrath that went out.
Yes, that was a good episode.
And that's proved to be a very popular episode of ours. So anybody who hasn't checked out, listen to that episode where we talked about folklore and his work in the media. So that was a fascinating conversation. So what have you been up to, Ash?
Nothing compared to last week when we'd been to Haunted Hotel and the Priest Cottage and everything else. This week's been boring. Literally done nothing this week, so there's nothing to report at all.
Well, I tried to go out at the weekend. Sarah came down and we found this amazing place, English heritage site, close by to me. I won't say where that is, but close by to me. Open 24 hours, which is perfect, obviously, for everybody in this podcast now and anybody at live streams. A 24-hour access building is perfect. But the wind was so bad on Saturday night that this particular building is like an 11th century, 12th century, was originally a grain store, but has been used for all sorts of stuff over the years. And it had just holes everywhere. It was just like a wind tunnel, so just couldnn't use it. So it's like,
was it raining on Saturday?
No, not down here, mate.
Oh, it was awful up here. It was torrential rain warnings everywhere. Literally couldn't go out. Like the roads are flooded.
That's mental.
My whole depot's yard. I finished work at 7, walked in the yard, and my feet were just soaking wet. Walking to the car park, it was just flooded. It was non-stop for like 12 hours.
No,
down.
We're all good here. But what I do want to mention very quickly is, before we move on to tonight's guest, is the Priest Cottage. I still can't get that out of my head. It's one of those nights that I don't think I'll ever forget.
It was a great night.
I know these guys have been to a place that has frightened me spectacularly. It's the only place that really frightened me. But Priest Cottage, oh my God. We've still got video that we've been putting out. We've got a podcast episode we're going to do purely about that night. And if you check it out on TikTok, we've got the audio and a few visuals for the start of the podcast. But absolutely batshit crazy, insane. For want of a better phrase. And part of future investigations now, I think, are going to be that whole seance thing right at the start. No sort of cameras on, no live streaming, just. Oh, we got the memory card back.
Oh, you go back?
Yeah.
Have you looked at the footage?
No, I haven't yet. But as I'm away with the girls this weekend, I've got the memory card reader. I'm taking the Mac, so
nice one.
We will review that from another angle. So yeah, nice. Hopefully next week we'll have a bit more to report. And I'll give you an update on the Festival of the Unexplained. So that's a big event this weekend.
Yeah, and you are talking.
I am talking, yes. So anybody that caught me at ASAP doing the poltergeist talk, it's a shortened version of that basically, but sort of looking at more the why and also talking about the what's. So this will be going out shortly before. So like with our equipment, the tripwires and whatnot, they are the what. Something has actually happened. Timestamp it, you can see something has happened, but it doesn't tell you why it's happened. And that's where some of the talk is going to be about. So yeah, anybody's at Festival of the Unexplained, come and have a chat. So also got some Boo key rings to be giving away. So come and see. So tonight we are joined by two guys that have only come onto my radar since we've been doing our whole TikTok thing, which realistically has been this year, we've been doing TikTok since I had my operation. I was up north for 3 months. We
This is January, isn't it, really?
Can you believe that? That's when the operations were. The operations in January and March. That seems so long ago. So I recuperated up north, and we started going out more, and my life is shifting up there a bit more, which has given us opportunity to go TikToking and what, if that's a term. I don't think people at my age, nearly 50, should be TikToking. But these guys are fairly localish to me, Somerset area, and I'm Oxfordshire, so it's not too far. And they've definitely been to one of the scariest places I've ever been to in my life, the Ancient Ram Inn, which we'll get onto. So, welcome along, Ben and David from Abnormal Paranormal. How are we doing?
Yeah, thank you very much for having us tonight, guys.
All good.
Appreciate it.
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome along. Yeah. So, how are you? You guys are based in Somerset, and
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
how long? So, right, well, let's take it right back to the start. How did you guys meet? How did you get Abnormal Paranormal? That's not a normal name as well.
No, no,
We're not
normal. No.
Tell us
not to be
how
normal.
exactly how tell us your origin story. Tell us what happened. How did you get together?
So we met in school, didn't we?
Yeah.
So we basically
Secondary school,
basically secondary school, year 7.
Year 7. All
So
the way.
about 11, 12, so 20 years. So we're both 32 now. So 20 years we've known each other.
Crazy.
And really, because we live close by, my parents live close by to Ben's parents' house.
Yeah.
And so we used to like walk to school, and we used to talk about like
About paranormal.
paranormal back then,
Yeah.
you know. And there's a funny story which Ben could tell you about, which was quite funny back in the day.
We always like intrigued about like Ouija board and stuff. Obviously, you watch horror films when you're that age and think it's all like that, but it's totally not. Totally different. And yeah, we always wanted to do Ouija board. We nearly made our own one, but I think we were too scared and inexperienced at the time.
Yeah, probably at the age of like 13.
Yeah, probably not a
14.
good idea.
But so we basically went from there really. Got out of school,
Yeah, got a bit older and
Then-
able to get around.
started going to like public events like
Yeah.
most people do
Yeah.
when they first start out when they're younger.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, one day I just said to Ben, "Oh, I
Let's
got this weird name like Abnormal
Abnormal
Paranormal.
Paranormal.
Should we go with it?"
Yeah.
Then we just kind of went from there really.
Yeah.
Probably about, when did we come up with that? About
What about
I
around
reckon about
COVID time?
yeah, it was around about COVID
Or
time.
just before COVID time, yeah.
But we were like still like going to like public events and that back then.
Probably started about 2017, I'd say.
Yeah,
Like doing
yeah,
it properly.
doing it properly, yeah. And then we basically went from there really,
Yeah.
and then I think it was like
Last place we went to.
the first ever place we went to was the
Ancient
Ancient Ram Inn,
Wow.
because we're like near Bristol.
Yeah,
It's quite close.
yeah, it's world famous place. So
But I'll never forget the feeling of like going in there for the first time. I'd never felt like an energy
like it,
like it
yeah,
in a
It's
building.
horrible in there.
Oh yeah, thick.
depressive energy.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. But so we basically went from there really, and then last year we both had a bit of bad family news. Both of us lost our nans really at the same time,
Yeah,
and that's when we kind of both said to each other,
life's too short.
"Life's too short. We should just go for this." Like we both love doing the paranormal. Like
Yeah.
we should just go for it. So we then like Ben chucked up a YouTube channel,
Started doing that, yeah.
and then like I think it was, and then I chucked up the TikTok, and then we started doing lives from about. I can't remember when was it, about March.
Before we did this,
April.
we were doing our own events, like hiring places out and
Yeah, just going places, wouldn't we? But yeah, that's basically our story really, and this is where we are now.
Yeah.
I'm just loving it, getting out, just investigating really.
going with the flow.
Yeah.
So what actually drew you to the paranormal? You said about the horror films and the Ouija boards. What was that moment that you gone, actually,
Yeah.
this is my moment, as it were?
I think it's just our interest was so high.
Yeah, I mean, you know what it's like, horror films come out, you want to go and watch the next horror film and stuff like that. And like, I think it was for me personally as well, it was like almost to prove how different it is in real,
Film,
what is paranormal really compared to a movie.
Because they obviously
It's
dramatize it.
so different, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know, that was like a personal thing. Like, I really want to experience this properly and do it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I used to go to Blockbuster when I was young with my mum. I used to do my mum's editing, like trying to get all the new horror films and stuff like that. And she was like, "You're only like 10, you can't watch that." And stuff like that. But yeah, I think both of us just got a high passion for like the paranormal, really.
And then obviously going to the ancient ramen opens up your mind. You witness something straight away that changes your perception of reality.
Yeah, it does.
Spirals from there.
So you mentioned the ancient ramen. What changed with the ancient ramen? You said there was like what happened there that you thought, oh, okay.
I think it's the first time you walk in, I think the atmosphere is so heavy, and you just look at each other and you're like, there's something odd about this place. Like, yeah, you feel it, don't you? Like,
Because when we first went, it was, there was still like motorbikes everywhere in the barn area. It was all very cluttered back then. When we first went, I don't know, that must have been about 2017, like around that sort of time. It was all very cluttered back then. But yeah, you walk in that building and the energy is just so thick.
yeah,
Like you just
I think because we were new
Completely-
to it as well. Like, yeah,
just didn't feel right.
open to it. Like,
And just over the years, I mean, we've investigated that building probably about 15 times
because
at least. And
it's
every
close to
time
us, like,
it's just something different.
yeah,
I've never experienced a building that can be so
every time.
haunted,
Yeah,
if you want to say it.
yeah,
Um, you know, but yeah, it's such a crazy place. I always say to people, if you love paranormal, go to the Ancient Ram Inn,
yeah,
be patient,
yeah.
investigate it properly, and you will get
Because you have nights where some stuff doesn't happen,
Yeah.
just how it is, but
Mm.
doesn't put you off. That doesn't put me off.
I think that's the driver for a lot of people, especially that are passionate about the paranormal. It doesn't put you off if nothing happens. Like
No.
we've been to my haunted hotel in Chester, and the first time me and Ash went there, we went there together, and
It's crazy.
it was a mad night. We got loads of stuff on camera, loads of weird noises. It was like proper messed up, for want of a better phrase.
All night it was insane. And I've been 5 times since. That was 3 years ago now, I think. I've been 5, 6 times since, and like nothing has happened every time. It's like after that one night with so many, but because that first time we went had so much stuff happening, have to keep going back. If like that time had been and that had been dead as well, I'd be like, oh, this place is rubbish. I'm never going back. Because that one time we went, so much stuff happened. It's like I've got to keep going back. I've got to keep because I know it will happen. It's just keeping going and going and going because we will get a night like that again. And then we got that night similar to that at the Priest Cottage. Where you think, fucking hell, what the fuck is happening? Like,
Yeah.
absolutely crazy. But these places, like you say, they have that feeling. Like going to haunted hotel, the atmosphere just changes. It's just there's something. It's hard. Like, you can't really explain what it is, but you just a sense that there's something here that's not normal. It's abnormal.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, definitely.
Mad. It's mad. Have you been to the? It does. You've been to the haunted hotel in Chester.
We haven't, no.
We haven't really ventured up north yet.
A lot.
It's quite
Don't
far.
blame you.
We like to,
but we do.
yeah.
We plan to. Like you said, like the Priest Cottage, and that a lot of people we spoke to over TikTok, especially, mentioned the Priest Cottage. So I think that's definitely somewhere we'd like to investigate.
Yeah, it's not on our bucket list.
Yes, it's definitely an interesting place, especially with the mortuary at the bottom in the basement, and you can go in the pit where the bodies were, and we've been fortunate. I've been twice now. You've been 3 times now,
Three
haven't you?
times, yeah,
Yeah.
in a couple of months, yeah.
So yeah, definitely put that. What other venues are on your or locations are on your bucket list then?
Oh, there's a lot. I what
If you
we
could
really
go
like.
anywhere globally as well, not necessarily
Oh,
UK.
Oh, that's
I think I'd love to do Waverly Hills
that's
Sanatorium
the one. Yeah,
in America.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love to do
It's
that.
massive as well.
Yeah,
So yeah,
I'd love to do that. I think that just yeah, it's got a lot of history and you read about it a lot online. There's so many teams that obviously in
go
America
there.
that have been there and got
Yeah.
some incredible stuff there. Um, but of course, in the UK, we've got great places like that. Like, there's like Bromwell Garth. I know there's Newsham Park Hospital
Yeah,
as well
yeah,
in
yeah.
Liverpool, isn't there? Um, yeah, those two places
We
we'd love
haven't
to
done
do.
an asylum yet, have we?
No,
So,
we'd like to do. I think we're hopefully going to do Bromwell Garth in February,
mm,
hopefully next year. So we're looking forward to that.
yeah.
Very good.
Definitely.
Nice. If you got like a moment or an experience or something that happened where you just something that's kind of sticks in your mind, like that was the most craziest thing that's happened to us whilst we've
But
been
yes,
investigating.
yeah,
I think literally like a couple of weeks ago at
yeah.
the ancient
At the
Ram Inn.
Ram again. At the Ram.
We,
Always at the Ram.
I don't know if you've seen it on TikTok. It's on our
Yeah.
pinned video, but like we were live at the time and we were doing a Ouija board in the attic, and we were getting some mumble jumble like letters coming through, and it was like something was like messing around with us.
Yeah.
And like we asked the spirit like, where are you two in the room? And it was going to the side, like there was like a
To the
chair.
left. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a chair. So there was a chair there, and it went to that point. And then we were like, "Can you just tell us your name?" sort of thing.
Mm.
And it started like it went to S, then A, then T,
Okay.
then N, then
Well,
A,
when it went to
then N.
S and T, you were like,
Yeah, I see on the video.
oh dear.
I was like, "Oh dear, not this again," because we
Yeah.
had this in Shepford Mallet as well,
Yeah.
same sort of thing. And then then all of a sudden, I felt this really cold breeze on my neck, and it felt like it almost felt like a like sharp, cold like fingernail.
Mm.
And you can see on the video on TikTok, there's a massive burn on my neck.
Oh, wow.
That freaked me
Wow.
out. Like we've
We've
both
never
never
experienced-
been marked before,
No.
never been marked, and I know some people say it does happen,
Yeah.
but we're always like a bit skeptical of stuff like that because
Yeah.
until it happens to you,
Yeah.
is it real?
Yeah.
You don't never know, do you? Because you've got to be
Yeah.
open-minded about these
Open-minded about
things.
it. Yeah.
And that really freaked me out because I felt the cold breeze and like the sharp
Mhm.
thing going across my neck. And I said to Ben on the video,
Yeah.
"Have I just been scratched or something?" Because
And you could clearly see it.
and
Yeah.
like you can see on the TikTok video, like
Mhm.
it's a massive red burn. Yeah,
Wow.
and that freaked me out.
Weird. Yeah.
That is the one moment I
And the
say.
RAM pods were going off, weren't they? Simultaneously.
Yeah,
We had one in the bishop's room, which is the bottom, well, the middle floor, and then obviously you got the attic, and I had mine in the attic. Dave's was in the bishop's room, and they were going off. Yeah, simultaneously.
like one was going off, then the other one was going
Yeah, I'm
off.
literally running up and down the stairs.
And on the TikTok live, I'm like going up to the attic, and I'm going back down, and I'm
Yeah.
like, what is going on? Like,
Yeah.
how is this happening?
Really
And
crazy.
then after that, we decided, oh, we're going to try and get some answers through the board
Mm.
to see what sort of spirit we're dealing with or who it is,
Yeah.
and try and get a name. But we were obviously dealing with something
Intense.
a bit evil,
Yeah.
darker. What people believe, what I do, I'm very open-minded
Yeah.
about things. I know people say about demons and stuff like that, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I think no one knows the real answers to that sort of thing, do they?
More
Really?
spiritual stuff.
But
Yeah.
bad spirits. But but we would have, after that burn, I was just like, how's that happen?
It changes your reality. Like, yeah.
Like, how does that even happen? But that's the thing that's blown my mind, really. But it makes me just want to go back there again. It makes me
Crazy
think
enough.
I need to go back there.
Well, I was going to say, so when you go now, is it do you just kind of private hire it out, or do you go with groups, or do you just kind of go with just on your own?
But yeah, we hire out. Yeah, so we went with Soul Sisters UK who are on TikTok, and the Salem Sisters that are on TikTok as well. So we hired it out with them, and yeah, just went with those two teams.
Yeah.
but that's what we do now. We just try and hire people, try and do some collabs with different people, meet different people along the way, which is always interesting. Different people's energies, what people bring. Hopefully we can do some stuff with you guys in the future. We'd love that.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
That'd be interesting.
Definitely.
So what yeah, I mean we're the same as well. I think I would possibly struggle to go on a public event nowadays. Just
Yeah.
purely for the fact that I think so I've been on many public events. I went to 30 East Drive before lockdown, um, as part like me and my ex went there, and it was a public event, and I was into the paranormal, and there were people that were there that their paranormal experience wasn't the same as mine. They were firmly believing that most haunted was real. They had a bit of a shock when they said something, and everybody in the room was like, "You do realize that's not real?"
Mm.
And they're like, "What?" So I do. It's good to be on the same page as the people in the room. Like me and Ash went with the twins to Priest Cottage last week, and obviously we know the girls really well, and you have your utmost like trust in them, and like ourselves, like me and Ash. So if Ash says to me, "That's just happened," or "That's I've just seen this," or "I've heard this,"
Yeah.
you know that what we're saying to each other is what's actually happened, rather
That's
than
like us, yeah. We know we won't lie to each other. Like,
Yeah.
exactly. And like even not that we've done it like me and Ash have done a Ouija board in his basement. That's a whole nother place that we could spend a whole episode talking about his basement. That's the weirdest place. We've had everybody has activity there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
so we've had me and Ash have been down there loads of times. We've had stuff thrown on camera, so
Wow.
it's on our TikTok and on the Facebook and everything. But we were filming. I've got all the video
We're
of
doing
this.
Facebook Live, aren't we? It's
Yeah,
before TikTok.
yeah. It was before we got on to, and we were like, just sort of. I had the camera up like that, and it was just like, oh, like thanks for watching type thing. And then literally, just as we're about to end the live, you hear a stone go or something get thrown in the hallway. And that was sort of like one of the first major things. And that was years ago, wasn't it? That was
Yeah.
probably years ago. And then since then, we've done a Ouija board down there. Nothing happened, but they're all like the cameras, the night vision cameras, all dropped in power. The little GoPro things. When we're doing a Ouija board, but nothing happened on a Ouija board. But you're better off explaining all this stuff.
I mean, 'cause I'd done a Ouija board down there with me, because my sister-in-law is quite big into paranormal. She keeps wanting to come on places with me, but she's never free when we're going somewhere. She's a teacher, so she struggles to get the time off and stuff. So we did a Ouija board with her, and so I've never really had much results on Ouija boards, never really been too keen on them myself. But we did it, and it was only me and my sister-in-law. Like, again, I know I can trust her, that she's not messing around or anything. And we ended up, through the Ouija board, talking to what we believe to be a young girl who died in a fire in some part of the house. It's this big old manor house where I live that's been converted into apartments. And so talking to this girl apparently died in a fire in the house somewhere in the 1940s. And then when we were finishing, my brother, who's kind of waiting on the other side of the basement, it's a massive basement. He come in, he's like, I can smell smoke. He's like, it's not like someone's smoking, it's like something's burning. And we'd just been talking to this girl through the board who told us that she died in a fire. So that's just coincidental,
Wow.
if anything else. But then I did look. So 'cause in doing the research on the buildings, I've had stuff happen in this apartment, and we've had all sorts happen in the basement. And the street next to, so the street sort of facing me now, half that street got destroyed in the war. When Manchester was bombed like by the Germans. So half that street across was built, and this girl was like apparently died in the 1940s, and she could have been killed when the Germans are bombing us. Just kind of things
Yeah.
that kind of all tie together. When the girls were down there, we all heard a proper breath that they caught on camera. And then Andy the Coles came down, and a couple of other people. And the first time he came down, I got pushed from behind. It's
Wow.
the first time I've ever been physically touched in
Yeah.
years of doing it. And I had a handprint on my back, like somebody
Wow.
where they pushed me. Again, I've got that on camera. And then a few months ago, Andy came down again with two of his mates, who were very seasoned investigators. He'd been talking my basement up for months because they lived down like Northampton way. So they'd come into my basement. They lasted 20 minutes. And they said they'd never left anywhere doing investigations. They
Really?
lasted 20 minutes in my basement. One got
Yeah.
scratched, had this big scratch on his leg. Plus other stuff was happening while we were there.
Wow.
It's crazy, and it's literally
Yeah.
below me now. I'm like, what the hell's in my basement?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's good. It's a good place. We get back. We've not been for a while.
I know. I'm got so much going on though. So I'm back up from next weekend upwards, I think. So yeah. But you mentioned about the yeah, so we definitely have to go to the basement. 100%. We need to as long as we can get decent signal down there. It's the weirdest place you've ever seen. There's like little rooms, and when we first started going in there, it's got like outdoor windows inside and that, like outdoor walls inside. It's
It's
very
like a
strange.
street. It's like a street, but out inside. Yeah,
It's the
Really?
weirdest.
Wow.
Yeah,
it's
it's
weird.
proper
Yeah.
weird. There's like little rooms with step ladders in there, but the step ladders are as tall as the certainly like 3 foot.
Yeah.
It's proper weird. Um, so you mentioned going back to like when you first got into the paranormal, you were watching horror films,
Yeah.
um, and looking to sort of prove or see that it wasn't like that. Um, what were the films? What kind of films got you into it? Because I mean, I've got a program that I started with, which was way before any of you guys were even born.
Yeah.
Um, and then I watched all the horror films that came out again before you guys were even born.
Yeah.
Um, but what kind of films got you into it, and what is your experience of the paranormal now compared to the Hollywood effects, as it were?
Well, that's that
Yeah,
first.
one of them obviously Paranormal Activity. Looking back at
Great
that
film.
now,
Great film.
it went a bit over the top.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little
Definitely.
bit.
And then like Ghost Adventures,
Is
mostly in America, but they did an episode of the Ancient Ram Inn, and that's probably what intrigued us to go there, realizing it's not very far from us.
Yeah.
yeah, and
Um,
obviously watching like a bit like Most Haunted, isn't it? You know,
yeah,
it's a lot of it is just entertainment
yeah,
purposes, really, isn't it? Um,
Mm.
just to like, because when you watch it, you're like, is any of this real?
yeah,
But the only way, like, if you've got a passion for something, I don't
yeah.
know if it's
It
like you
gets you
guys,
interested. Yeah,
I feel like I have to do this.
yeah,
I need to test myself in these like areas to prove is it real or
yeah,
are they, faking some of it or,
Yeah.
over exaggerating. Um, but my love for like, I think it all started with horrors basically when I was young.
mm,
I used to just love like films like Michael Myers, like Halloween, stuff like that. I used to love Halloween when I was young.
mm,
Um, which wasn't like paranormal, but it was also like he was made out to be like a kind of like an entity. You couldn't ever kill it. He doesn't die, does he? So, he's like an entity in a way, isn't he?
So we had a brief chat about like the Hollywood stuff and the fact that it is different to the it
yeah.
is different to
Totally
what
different.
there's definitely I've never seen a chair fly across a room or
No.
somebody get launched across a wall. Although we
No,
at the priest cottage we did experience a chair falling on its own, a proper
Oh
yeah,
wow.
yeah,
and laughing and whatnot. So that was a very bizarre experience. So after your years of going to the Ram Inn and places like that, what do you think the paranormal is? What do you think these things are?
Mm.
Oh, so I
We've
think
both
that
got different opinions, I think, a little bit. Like, yeah.
I think it's a really it's a difficult question to answer, that, isn't it? Because I guess we never really know the proper
Yeah.
answer to it, will we, as well? Um,
Until the inevitable happens.
I think
Yeah,
in a lot of these buildings, some spirits just get stuck. I
Mm.
think, you know, like especially with like the ancient Ram Inn, built on a pagan burial ground.
Yeah.
Um, had a lot of like bad stuff happened on the
Mm.
grounds of the building, before the building was there,
mm,
basically. And I think that place is just like charged to the maximum of just like spirits just lost there,
Yeah.
really, on that area, basically.
I believe in like dimensions as well. Like maybe part of your soul goes to another place, but then part of your soul stays here in this dimension. Like, yeah,
yeah,
Yeah, that is a
yeah,
possibility as well, isn't it? Of course, like dimensions and stuff like that. Um, because you can talk about like UFOs and stuff like that with
yeah.
dimensions and stuff like that. Ben loves this like that sort of stuff. He's well into
Oh,
that
we
sort
can get onto that in a minute. Don't you worry about
Ancient
that.
aliens.
of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's interesting. We've spoken to countless people now. We've been doing this for nearly 5 years. We've got 340 episodes, and we've spoken to many people about different things, and everybody's got a slight different opinion on
Yeah.
what it is, and people have got their own experiences, and they're all individual experiences. What I know Ash said about the sort of the biggest thing that's happened to you guys, when you've been speaking to other people and you see stuff on TikTok and all,
Yeah.
where do you think, apart from the Angel Ram Inn, is the scariest location in the UK?
Walton Castle's good, but it wasn't really scary. But
No. No, I think places where we haven't been.
yeah, oh, haven't been.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or have been, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
Like I said, we haven't been to a lot of places up north. So, obviously recently, I mean, I've watched the videos on the Priest Cottage,
yeah,
and I even said to Ben, like, you've got to watch that. That's the activity.
good.
Well, the video speaks for itself that you guys put out there,
Yeah.
Mm.
I think it's great. But I think that's what me and Ben are very much like, we love to support other people.
Yeah.
Like we love it when other people get like amazing like evidence,
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know, because that evidence is brilliant,
Mm.
you know. Yeah. But I mean that would be a place for us. It's really difficult because I think if for a place we haven't been, we're very much believers, aren't we? That
We
we
give
like,
every place a try.
yeah,
Yeah.
we want to try it out to see how haunted it actually
Mm.
is.
Yeah.
It's
Um,
interesting because people go, "Oh, it's most haunted." Like
Mm.
we done a series of episodes on haunted pubs. And every week, me and Ash were doing like these bonus episodes. We would talk about a pub in a particular area, and we were working our way down a kind of like a haunted pub crawl across the UK. And the amount of people that say this is the most haunted pub in the UK, or this is the most haunted pub, or this is the most haunted. So everybody's location is the most haunted location
yeah.
Yeah.
in the country. So I think sometimes you just, like you said, you've just got to get to some of them and
Mm.
That's
what
what I
happens.
think. I think as an investigator as well, I think that's what you want to do, isn't it? It's your
Yeah.
passion. So, you know, if so, like with the priest cottage, like I'd love to go there
Yeah.
because that I'd love to experience like something like that. And it's never guaranteed, of course.
Yeah.
You could go there and have nothing happen,
Yeah.
but the proof that you guys got some great evidence there. So, I'd love to go to that sort of place. And then there's like places like Bromwell Garth where they say that that's a very active old mental asylum and stuff like that. So
30 Strike, we've always said about going there. Like people have mixed opinions on that place. Like, but again, it doesn't put us off. We still want to try it.
yeah, basically. But another place that we really love doing, I don't know if you guys have been to it, Shepton Mallet Prison.
Mm.
Haven't been
Absolutely,
yet. No.
honestly, brilliant, absolutely
Yeah.
amazing place.
probably our second favourite.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a fantastic venue. That is really, really interesting. Yeah,
So the obviously you do a lot of TikTok. Greg and I have started doing a lot of TikToks this year, and it's took off more than we ever thought it would happen. Like going from like 12 people watching a live to then having hundreds of people watching and commenting and sending gifts and stuff. Kind of how have you
yeah.
found that? Kind of like say you started doing like the YouTube and stuff, and then you went into TikTok. How do you kind of find the difference, or how have you found doing the
I'll
TikToks?
start with the YouTube and
Yeah, we started YouTube. Obviously, we're doing Facebook first, and then move to YouTube. Like most people, try different platforms. I love YouTube. I could watch it for hours on end. Like it's hard to get out there on YouTube, but it's like anything, perseverance and yeah, enjoying it. And yeah, day four of TikTok. Like,
yeah, and
I wasn't a fan of TikTok at
yeah,
first.
like I was like, oh, we should definitely venture into it. I said,
Yeah.
you know, let's just like try the lives, like, and see if people enjoy like what we do. I mean, we love to have a laugh,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, as well. Like our
Um,
energy, we just bring
yeah,
positivity to anything we do. Like
yeah. Hyper together.
a lot of people are like, they can't be like that, like they are
Mm.
the live in real life. Like we're like this all the time.
Yeah.
Like it's just crazy, like abnormal, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we were just like, oh, should we just venture into doing the lives and see if people enjoy it? And then, you know, a bit like you guys, like it, you
Yeah.
know, started off like quite slow and then started getting hundreds of people watching. And it's like,
Build
you
a good
know,
good community as
yeah, and
well.
you start chatting to people and you're interacting with other teams and stuff. And I think that's what TikTok's really good for.
Yeah.
You interact with a lot of other like different paranormal teams, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like interesting to see what other people get at different places because a lot of teams go live on there now. It's quite
Yeah.
big, the paranormal community on TikTok now. So, you know, when we're not out investigating, we usually
Watch people,
watch
yeah.
other people and try and support them. And, you know, it's just interesting to see what other people get at different
Yeah, yeah.
venues, really. Yeah, to really enjoy it.
Because like one thing that we talked about before is we're doing the podcast. Um, it's kind of we put it out there. We can see like how many downloads we get a week and stuff like that. But like, especially we don't really see much feedback. It's the same on other social medias like Facebook.
Mm.
Like we have a YouTube, but it's kind of like a placeholder. It just gets put on YouTube as well. It's not something that we focus on. It's just like you want to listen to it. It's no video. It's just like the audiogram of the
Okay.
episode on there. Just like automatically uploads it. Um, but again, you don't really see much like feedback on there. Whereas when we do the TikToks, like I say, you got hundreds of people watching, and the community on there, you see the same faces.
Mm.
People are screenshotting us and the images on like sending us the message with the screenshots they took of things they've seen or screen recordings and saying, "Oh, there's something behind you," or "I just saw a face in the window," or and that kind of instant kind of feedback. I mean, one, it's addictive.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Yeah.
First time I ever went live, I was at Antwerp Mansion in Manchester, and I was like, never done it before. I'm on my own. I'll do like an hour, see how it goes. It ended up being like 3.5 hours
yeah,
just on one line
yeah.
on my own. I was like, what the hell? We kind of don't want to turn it off because especially you got lots of people watching. It's like I don't want to
Yeah.
end because we've got like 200 people watching. I don't want to
Yeah,
like
yeah,
have to
yeah,
say
yeah.
bye to all this audience. Like this, we know there's 200 people watching. Like it's like crazy. Whereas Facebook and stuff like that is just horrible. It's
It's
just it's horrible, horrible. I mean, I deleted my Twitters. Very, very close to deleting Facebook. It's just a horrible place. Whereas TikTok, it's like I say, it's like community. It's more
Yeah.
Yeah.
friendly, more supportive.
I love it.
Get idiots on there. It's
I think
been
it's just the interacting side of
Yeah.
it. I like
We
to.
don't really use the
I
Facebook.
love to talk to different people, seeing
Yeah.
and like when you're passionate about something like the paranormal, like to talk to like people who like
Yeah.
it, love it,
You
like
don't
you
feel
do.
so abnormal.
No, you don't. Yeah, it makes you feel a little bit normal.
Yeah.
Not much, but yeah. But yeah, like you said, like I think it was at the four we were done the Four Crosses in
Oh,
where is
yeah.
it to?
Cannock, yeah.
Yeah,
and
in
it,
Cannock. That's a great location.
Yeah,
We
really
did
good.
that and like you were saying about being live, I think I was live for like 12
Mm.
hours or something stupid. It was a mental. Like I
wow.
just couldn't get off
Yeah.
it.
I had to have a nap.
He went to sleep upstairs and I was just still live, like that's downstairs, like with Gemma from the Soul Sisters and she was like, "Are you still alive?" I was like, "Yeah, I just can't say goodbye to these people. Like,
Well,
they're still watching. They've stayed up the whole night."
That's the
you
thing
don't-
as well.
Yeah,
That's the thing. People like they're on the
yeah,
journey. It's funny
yeah,
because for people who don't live stream, um, like after the live stream, you can see like who the top viewers were, how long they spent
yeah,
on there, how many likes, and all that kind of stuff.
yeah,
And it's one thing that I said to Ash and also to Sarah because I go out separately at the same time as Sarah. She goes out on her. There, there's a lot. We might be on there for say 2.5 hours, and there's people that have watched the whole thing.
yeah,
They've not put a comment on there. They've not put a like or anything, which is
yeah,
fine because they're
yeah.
obviously just watching. But they watched the whole thing and just have just had their phone up or their Mac or whatever they've got up, and they've literally
yeah.
just watched the whole
It's like
thing.
this day and age, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
it's like TV. Like,
TV's
a
dead.
lot of people don't watch TV now,
Yeah.
do they? For
Hmm.
them, that's probably like watching Most Haunted back in 2000.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, just stick it on,
Yeah.
stick TikTok on your Mac or something, and
Mm.
just watch a paranormal.
And it's real people you're watching.
know?
So,
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah,
and it's in live, isn't it, as well? That's quite exciting, I think, for people to watch stuff that's live.
yeah,
Um,
definitely. And we get the same people. So like, I was on your TikTok last night. I was watching
yeah,
you guys last night,
yeah,
and there's people on there that come on and watch hours.
yeah. It's
I've
nice,
seen
isn't
them
it?
Yeah.
watch the girls' stuff, and they're
Yeah,
all about.
Yeah.
And weirdly, one of them, Michelle,
yeah,
she I met her when I went up to Paranormal Inc.'s event the other week up at Pendle Hippodrome.
Hippodrome.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Well,
So she come around, she's like, "Hi, Greg," and it took me a second to work out who she was. So obviously
yeah.
you only see a little thumbnail on
yeah, yeah,
TikTok.
of course, yeah, yeah,
I was like, "Oh, hi," and then like Karen Payton was there. She's always on our lives as well. Bless her. She's everywhere, even at Ash's UFO meetups. Um, and it's really good.
it's a nice community.
Like both all of us have said about this community, we get
Yeah.
the same people watching. We've got like people come on as resident mediums for us, and they're like, I can see this in the background, or they're saying this, or they're coming for you, and it's such
Yeah,
a great vibe to sort of, and it's something that I know me and Ash both do when we're on whoever's on the camera, that we always give a shout out to people. We always
Yeah, yeah.
I
Yeah.
go on other people's lives, they don't even acknowledge a single person,
No.
and
yeah, 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 yeah.
it's not that they're getting high numbers viewing, they're actually getting
Yeah.
very low numbers, but they're not even
Yeah.
creating that little sort of spark. 'Cause people love having
Or
their,
they
I love having my name shouted out on a live.
they
Do you know what I
do
mean?
it for a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's the whole like excitement when we first started it. See, so I think it's always like you got to stay true to yourself, because the reason why we started it is like we're bringing like just test it out and like bring people with us on the journey,
Mhm.
and you should stay respectfully. Like if people are coming in to watch you every time,
Yeah.
like why not call them out?
Yeah,
Give them a shout because it makes them feel good and makes them feel included in the investigations.
yeah,
So.
yeah,
I think that's just a respectful thing to do, I think. But like you
yeah,
said, there is people out there who I've watched who I find very rude,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah,
and
there's a lot of them.
they don't shout people out, and they're just like, yeah, yeah,
It's mad because I know when me and Ash went to Delamere's a great place. You need to get yourself to Delamere Forest. We've been there a few times now, and it's just been wild every time me and Ash filmed with Danny Moss there, and loads
oh
of
yeah,
weird stuff happened. And then we've been back live streaming, and we get the people in the comments. They come on this paranormal investigation with you, and they're like, "Oh, I can see stuff over there," and we sort of go over there, and then everybody gets invested
yeah,
Yeah.
in this sort of live event that's taking place.
Yeah.
And like Ash mentioned, when we put the podcast out, we record like we are now.
mm,
We trim a little bit and edit it if we need to.
yeah,
It goes out, and we get hardly any feedback at all. We can see the numbers, people are listening, but you don't. We get the odd person go, "Oh, that was a great episode. I really like that subject," or "I'm not too
yeah,
sure about that."
Yeah.
But generally, we get essentially radio silence.
It really is.
And the good thing is with TikTok, in that top right hand corner, when you're something's kicking off and there's loads of people in there,
Yeah,
and then something goes a bit quiet or something happens, that's not to everybody's taste, or whatever, and you just see these numbers drop down,
yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like
That is
it's
right.
like
Yeah,
instant, like,
yeah,
oh, okay,
yeah,
Well,
okay,
it's
Let's
like,
do
well,
something different.
it's
yeah,
like TV, isn't it? Like if you're not interested in the program, you're gonna stop watching it, or the numbers are gonna drop.
it's mad, it's mad. So
and
what
it is
what?
like you get feedback, don't you, all the time as well when you're investigating. Like
Mm,
you said, people are writing in the comments, aren't you? Oh, like we get it quite often. Like try why don't you try an Estes method, or
mm,
that people like come up with ideas. And what I love is I love like taking the time to like give back to the people, really.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, let's do an Estes method.
yeah.
mm.
Let's try that. And it brings them on the journey. They're invested as well then,
Yeah,
you know.
definitely.
And asking them like, what do you want us to ask, or what do you want
Exactly.
us to
Yeah,
do? You want us to
Yeah,
knock on the door or knock on the window? What you tell us, and we'll do what
yeah,
you want us to do. So yeah,
yeah,
it's really cool. And the
yeah.
gifts help. It's a
Oh
nice.
yeah, they do, yeah. Yeah. Some of them are
It's
quite
a
funny as well.
it's a
I love the
strange old thing.
galaxy.
Yeah, the Galaxy is a good one. It's a strange old beast TikTok though. It is just it's just random as hell.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, it
Um,
is, yeah. It is really random.
and we've had some very strange people come on our lives talking about very sort of wildly inappropriate stuff. And
oh
Oh
yeah,
you have to sometimes not say what they're or interact
yeah.
with
oh
them.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So Sarah got two accounts banned over two different nights
Really?
for replying to comments on screen. So obviously people go on there to go,
Yeah. Yeah, test it, yeah.
you
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we've had that.
one of one of them said to one of them said to her, "You look like a 13-year-old girl, or you sound like a 13-year-old girl." She's got quite a high-pitched voice,
Yeah,
and she says,
yeah,
"I'm not 13, I'm 34," and it
yeah.
instantly TikTok shut her off, and it said
Really?
her age, because she mentioned she was 13 or not 13.
Yeah,
Ah, okay. That's
It's
so
like, what the
annoying.
fuck?
yeah,
Yeah,
So,
yeah. And you
so
try and
what?
appeal it sometimes as well, and
yeah.
you don't get anywhere with it.
No,
It's like they
that's it.
don't even watch back what you've actually
They
said.
probably don't know.
It's all AI. It's all AI.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
mad.
it is.
It's mad.
Yeah.
So what do you mentioned Estes and you mentioned the Ouija board earlier. What is your go-to equipment or experiment or activity that you feel gives you the best results? And I say results because results is very subjective. There's no science behind a lot of what we
Yeah,
Yeah.
do. Um, but what do you feel gives you the best evidence?
I think personally now we're more intertwined with like we're very opened up now.
yeah.
Like
We've
I
experienced weird stuff without
yeah
equipment. Yeah,
yeah, I think your best bit of equipment is actually I think you
yeah.
what I think
What we bring to
what
it,
you bring
your
to any
energy.
building.
Yeah,
I think like I when I we done the walk round before we started the investigation at the Ram a couple of weeks ago, like I could feel I said to everyone, I said, there's a bad spirit in
yeah.
it. I said that at like 8 o'clock. I said that.
And on the day as well, I didn't really want to do the
I said
Ouija
there's
board.
something bad in here
I
tonight.
was saying to myself the whole day, like, I don't want to do it. I'm not bothered about doing
I
it.
went down to Gemma from Soul Sisters. She was in the kitchen. I think they were all having a drink like at the start, like everyone does. And I just done the walk. I was just walking around, just getting the feel for it.
Mm.
And I went down to her and I said, "We're fucked tonight."
It's a mad place. I remember the last time I went in there, I had the very same sort of thing. We went on a walk. Anybody like you haven't been, Ash, have you? We need to go. But when you get there, it's the weirdest fucking building you've ever seen in your life. Like
Oh yeah,
the ground
yeah,
floor is below road level. It's very
yeah,
weird. You sort of go
yeah,
down a dip and it's all
yeah,
dark and we walked round and I heard a growl within about the first 10 minutes of us being there and that just set the tone for the whole night. So I get the whole vibe thing. It's
yeah,
just, and like you say, I think that one of the most important tools is you as a human being. It is you get that vibe. You can walk into a room and go, "Oh, something's a bit off here." We've been
Yeah.
into a priest's cottage, and that night where we done the séance and it all started kicking off, and it was just a weird night, and it can set the tone for the whole thing. I've been into places and I walk in and it's like I could actually sit here on my own,
Yeah,
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
problem, and they're just
Yeah.
getting nothing, nothing.
yeah. You can walk in straight away and be like, yeah, there's something here.
Yeah,
We look at each
definitely.
other sometimes and we're like, yeah,
It's like a lot of people. One of the buildings which we get told a lot is actually like very haunted. We've done it about three. I think we've done it about 3 times. Is the Skirrid Inn in Wales? We've done that about 3 times, but every single time I could feel like we could sleep there. Like we've had nothing happen every time. But then you ask a lot of people, they're like, "Oh, it's really active," but
Mm.
which means it just the paranormal's so unpredictable, isn't it? You don't know where that you can go somewhere one night it'd be quiet, and then next night it could be active.
I'm gonna have to interrupt. Something weird just happened. I don't know if it was dust, but across the screen, like where you are, I just saw something go like that. Like lit your
Uh,
screen.
Mine.
Yeah, it looked like an orb. Like, I'm not lying about this.
No, no, that's all right. I can't even see what fucking time that is. Well, I
It's
will
about
review
10.
that. I can't even see how long we've been on the
Yeah, no,
stream thing.
I definitely just seen something then as you were talking. Like,
What's the time? So it was about 20 minutes in.
it could have
Cool.
been nothing, but yeah, but
We've had weird, you would not believe the
Don't
amount of
scare
weird
him.
stuff we have.
also I'm
Oh,
scared myself.
oh, bring it on, bring it on. We've had
Yeah.
we've had loads of weird things.
Yeah,
We've had things set on fire. We had a
Really?
cable just go on, had a cable just go up in flame. Well, it started burning right next to me. I'm
Wow.
seeing, man.
well, I'm looking at my PC now. Like, I've got it insured. Okay.
Yeah.
So what is the future for you guys? What is your plans? You mentioned YouTube, you mentioned TikTok. Where do you see yourself over the next year?
We just want to keep on doing
I
more.
was gonna say,
You
yeah,
know,
be able to do it for a long time.
and I think branching out, meeting new people,
Yeah,
other creators like yourselves, and you know, we just got a massive passion for it. So,
mm.
our plans as such is just we just want to do it as much as we can,
We
really.
go with the flow, see where we go.
Yeah. But we just got a massive passion for it. And,
Yeah.
a lot of people that we talk to, like, there's some people who get a bit like, oh, well, you haven't been doing it that long. And I'm like, well,
Yeah, for us, like,
we can't help our age.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? So, because you talk to some people who are a lot like,
Be
even
careful.
like,
yeah.
there's people like who are in like 60s. And they're
Okay.
like,
All right.
oh, well, I've got like 30 years of experience
You're
compared
dead.
to what you've got. And it's like, well, I can't help that, can I? What can I do about
Mm.
that? So, we just want to do it as much as we can, and meet new people along the way and
New
just
places.
do as many places as we can, really,
Mm.
to just prove the unknown. That's
Yeah,
that's the goal, isn't it?
yeah,
Um, and take as many, and well, that's what's good with the TikTok. See,
Mm.
you take the community with you
yeah,
to prove to them as well that
yeah.
there is something out there.
And get them more interested as well. But
Yeah,
yeah,
and also encouraging people as well. I suppose like
Mm.
some people are like, we get it a lot. I don't know if you get it. Oh, I'd love to do this, but I don't know if I can do it. But we always try and encourage people, go and do it. Try
Yeah,
look, we always explain like how we started out. Go and like find your local like event company. Go on a local event, see if you enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, then stick to watching TikTok, I guess. But
Yeah. Yeah. Give it a go for definite. Absolutely.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I guess one final question from me is maybe aimed more towards Ben. We kind of touched on it a bit earlier about like UFOs and maybe other paranormal stuff.
right up my street.
So what's your thoughts? Are you into? I guess you're kind of interested in UFOs and stuff,
Yeah,
but
like obviously ancient civilizations and all that, how they were built, what technology they had, were they in communication with aliens and all that stuff, dimensions. Yeah, not too wacky, but yeah, there's something out there. The universe is far too big for there to be nothing. It can't just be us doing paranormal stuff. There's got to be other planets doing it as well.
Yeah,
It's
that's true.
it's interesting because I've got a passion for UFOs, and I dug out some emails that I printed off. I don't know why I had printed them off. Um, when I moved, I got them in a briefcase from like 20 odd years ago, where I was talking to somebody from Hull about going up and doing a Skywatch. So I get super excited when I see UFO stuff, and I will message Ash, and Ash brings me down to earth very quickly with my excitedness. So I don't know if you know, but Ash runs UFO Identified, which has, oh, get this right, has the largest UK database of
Mm,
current day UFO sightings.
yeah,
Yeah.
So they scour, him and his team, they scour the internet or news stories and collate everything and take witness statements, go out and investigate cases like wherever they may be.
yeah,
So
lot of
anything,
stuff like, sorry.
now I was going to say anything UFO stuff, I get super excited because I want nothing more than there to be something.
Yeah,
Same with ghosts, but the UFO stuff, it really
yeah,
super
yeah,
gets me excited, but not so much
yeah,
when I get told it's a balloon or.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I know what you mean.
So
Yeah.
where do you think these craft are from? Because I've got my thoughts.
Mm.
Where you mentioned interdimensional or
Yeah. I think it's more like that. Like, there's a lot of the universe that we don't know about, same as like oceans as well. Yeah, I think they can cross through dimensions, like stuff that we can't comprehend. Like,
Mhm.
oh, our reality is totally different from their reality. Are they here, or yeah, are they in a different dimension?
I was going to mention the oceans.
Yeah, yeah, there's
For
a
me
lot of
personally,
things.
I think if there's anywhere
Yeah,
where they're going to be
on Earth, yeah,
on
yeah,
Earth, it's going to be in the
the
ocean.
best place to hide. Like,
You know, it's we haven't as humans we're not made for that.
no, no,
You know, so where's the best place for them to be?
mm,
There. You know, we haven't searched the whole ocean.
yeah,
You know, there's a reason why.
mm,
Someone knows something
yeah. The
somewhere.
governments are not letting
You
on.
know.
Yeah,
what do you
technology.
think, Ash?
Gonna be a long podcast.
Yeah, I gotta say, where do you want me to start or finish?
Where do you think they're from? Come on, we don't really talk about it that much, do we?
We actually don't anymore. Do we? 'Cause we don't have time. We don't have time.
Yeah, I'll be on next week.
I mean, for me, I obviously the opinion changes constantly over the years, and I am a component of the dimensional theory.
Mhm.
My favorite book, one of my favorite books, is called Flatland. Don't know if you've read it. Called A Romance of Many Dimensions. It's only a really thin like book.
Sure.
It's years old. My uncle gave it me when I was about 13. I was first getting into UFOs and stuff, and it really explains um, dimensions in a really kind of simplistic way because it's so
Yeah,
hard to explain. Like we can only see the three dimensions, and it kind of gives it a simple way of explaining the different dimensions around us
yeah.
that do exist. We just can't, like Ben said, can't comprehend it.
Mm.
And it just makes a lot of sense. It's a very easy answer as well. So it can explain ghosts, it can explain Bigfoot, it can explain UFOs,
Yeah,
aliens. It's a nice catch-all answer, but it also makes a lot of sense
yeah,
when you think about it, when you actually dig into how different the dimensions represent themselves and how they make themselves visible. So for me, I think that's my kind of where I'm at now. That's that point change in
We
a
probably
couple of weeks.
talk about it in our book. Read about our theories in our books.
mm.
Stop plugging the
Love
books, Greg.
We need to. We need to.
Right, I'll be on
Okay.
there.
But yeah, no, so we don't actually talk a great deal about UFOs.
Yeah,
Unless we've got a UFO guest on. Me and Ash, I just send him stuff and he's just like, no, or no.
it. Straight up, no.
And then we discuss podcasts that I listen to that Ash doesn't. So
Still never listened to one episode. I don't
you
like
should,
that.
you should. They're really good. Weaponized.
Nah.
Do you ever listen to
Nah.
Weaponized with
Yeah.
Jeremy Corbell and George Knapp? George Knapp is one of my
I've heard of
favorite.
it. Yeah.
George Knapp's one of my favorite reporters. He broke the Bob Lazar Area 51 story back in the late 80s. So I've always liked him. And Skinwalker Ranch and whatnot.
Oh, Skinwalker Ranch. I like that place. That's an interesting place. That is very interesting. That is.
Don't guess. So we could go down a proper rabbit hole here.
I know that's the thing, isn't it? You will start talking about
Another
it.
podcast.
So we will have to definitely do an abnormal UFO and paranormal
Oh yeah,
episode 2.
Yeah,
But yeah, thank you so much for coming on today, guys. We won't
Yes.
keep you any longer.
we don't.
Really enjoyed it. Yeah, I really like watching your stuff anyway, and I do see that you're on the same wavelength as of all of us in this little community. So it's awesome. So where can everybody find you? What are your handles, etc.?
YouTube, same handle, same name, same logo as TikTok. And we're on Facebook. Like I said, we don't really use Facebook anymore. But
we are on Facebook if people.
yeah, we look at messages and
Yeah, and obviously we do a lot of most of our live streams on TikTok with the same name, same logo as well. So yeah, Abnormal Paranormal.
Yeah. If a new social media comes along, I'm sure we'll jump on it.
Yeah.
Like everyone else.
Have you tried this lemonade?
No, I've seen someone talk about that actually.
What?
Have you not seen lemonade?
Lemonade.
Right, wait there.
Oh my
Ash,
God.
I signed us up for it today, so
Oh God.
I mean,
Is it a dating app?
no, it's not a dating app. It's
Is that only fans?
Paranormal OnlyFans. What?
no, it's not. Maybe that was the wrong account. No, it's
What you
basically
sign me up for, Greg?
it's the I don't know. It's TikTok. It's TikTok. It's a TikTok app. So
Right.
so don't.
I've seen somebody like it come up on our notifications saying that people were requesting to follow us, and I was like, I don't even know what Lemonade is. What is this?
Don't know. It's just TikTok basically. I think just another version of it, but it's owned by TikTok. So we're on there now, Ash, as of this morning.
Right.
Lovely.
Okay.
Pursuit of Paranormal. So Abnormal Paranormal everywhere. Thank you so much for joining us both. I do appreciate you taking the time to come and speak to us. And everybody check them out, and I'll see you on the live soon.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us on.
Thank you.
Nice one. Cheers, guys.